We set the trend in this Crips.
Absolutely. You are, you have been, you will be under the groove.
Snip this glue, get in the zone, because we got to go do something. So that's what we did. And I'm going to be honest with you, I used to like it. You got people from the east and the west and different places, to come over and groove with us.
Was Hoover grooving some part of Hoover? Never met a Hoover groove. Me and you was never in my life. But
a part of what was called the Bonzella Crips.
Hoovers ain't started no Hoover Crips. And we hit that hand moving on you, walking in your house.
Wait, do that again.
Hit that hand moving on you, that messed up your whole party. You are, you have been, you will be under the groove.
Dre, Foe, 7-Eleven, the Deuce, and the 9. Hoover love to the culture enthusiasts, the Hoover Knights, the Hoover Collective, and to the people. Under the Groove is back with another We're Outside series featuring the Gardena Shotgun Crips. Today we're hosting OG Dooley and OG Rock, Big Rock as a matter of fact. Look, man, they're going to speak about their relationship, their experiences, and their bond with the West Side Hoovers. To boot, the Shotgun is another Crip set with close ties with Hoovers. So, most of this conversation is going to be evolving around that. Look, man, Dooley, Big Rock, man, y'all shoot directly at the issues, man. We're going to discuss, man. Let loose for both barrels, man. Let's go at it, man. Yeah. All right, so I got here, this is OG Dooley and Big Rock, man. Let people know, man, who you are, man, how old you are, man, and, let's get started.
Now, I'm Big Dooley. I'm 64 years old. My brother's Big Buddha. He's the first leader of the Shotgun Crips. I'm the first leader of the Baby Crips. When we started the Shotgun Crips, which most people don't know, I ain't heard this story, we did vote that. That's a collective. We started that. We voted on. My brother's the first leader. We got another leader named Tony Bo Sims. He's still around. The other Baby Crip is Anthony Know What. Once we established that collectively, boom, came the Shotgun Crips. Now, I can tell you about where it is now from the 70s, because I only ran a park maybe from the 70s since we started. But I will say, neighborhood was founded from my house. It's the first Crip neighborhood. My mama is the first Crip mama there. Okay. And everything came through us. Okay. Everybody. And when we start the neighborhood, we ran the neighborhood like we did in Camp Mons, because that's where I just came out of. So me and Buddha, we had the homies run around in twos. Okay. They called me the general. The people in the 70s know that. Okay. Now, I can't tell you too much about the 9 because I wasn't around when they started. But I will tell you the 9 came from the Slater Rock, Big Jeffrey them. They are the 9. If it wasn't for them, it wouldn't be no 9. But as far as the 132nd go, before it was that, it was what it was. If you bounced off 134th Street, all OGs came from there. All Shotgun Crips came from there. My sister them started the Criplets. We went to Gardena High. My sister Val and them, Trina and them, Andre Hastings. The All Baby and them gave all the OGs our first piercings. Okay. Most people don't know that story because they wasn't there then. I'm from Gardena from 1970. 1970. Before the hood. Before then, I'm living in the hundreds right here on the 104th. Van Ness, where I grew up with Kenny Robinson and them. James Miller and them. I know James Miller and them from 1967. Okay, before Crippin' even was started. Okay, I know Cody Brown there from the 90s. I know most Crips, O'Neal and them from the from 111. I know them before Crippin'. Okay, I used to ride shotgun with Odie Gilchrist and Big Skeet back in the 70s. I was running out of cars and shit with them through Devil's Dips. This is pre-shotgun. When we first started Crippin', it was Guardian the Crips. Us, Payback Slim and them. Then we went from there till we became the Harlem. No, not Harlem. We was Guardian the Godfathers. That's what we were. Then we became Shotgun Crips. Okay. All them sets in between was just bullshit. Sometimes we called the dudes over there motherfucking saying elsewhere. Okay, we call ourselves the Doodle Bug, but none of that stuck. Okay, what stuck was Guardian the Crips, motherfucking Guardian, Godfathers, and the Shotguns. We premiered that. What I come up with TS and them, we in YA in 1973. Okay, we in Camp Barnes, brother. 73. Went to motherfucking Henry Clay with Payback Slim. Payback Slim and me, I'm the only motherfucker I'm the only shotgun that Payback Slim would come and get. Just me. I'm the only one he came by his house and he rode with back in the day. Okay? Because he came by my house on 134th. When they started the paybacks, after Odie died, we started Payback Shotguns. They did come and try to run us through the Payback Mill too. But we said, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to do our own thing. My brother and
they tried to merge you guys?
They tried to merge. They asked us to step on. But see, my brother Boot and them, we came from the West Side. So could nobody force us to do nothing. We collectively came together, us, Stanley West, Boot and them, Poncho, Big Bear. We all are original Crips from Shotgun, okay? It's no separation. I hear people try to say, oh, they first, second. No, we started the Shotgun Crips, the top and the bottom the same day. Okay, we voted on both ends, so we all originals.
Let me stop you there.
That's where the guns came from.
That's where the guns came from, and that's your not just your perspective. That's history you speaking
about.
That
that is the history.
All right, so I want to make sure I clarified that. I want to jump over the Big Rock, man.
Hey,
and, you know,
excuse me, before we jumped over the rock, how did y'all come up with the name Shotgun?
Because we had a meeting. We all sit up at the bottom of the park. We just was throwing names out. We was throwing names out. Nobody in particular said that. Yeah, nobody in particular did that. Everything we did in the 70s, we voted on. We voted, okay? Now, our brother Booty, he was the #1 leader, like I said. But it wasn't because he was the proudest. It was niggas that whoop his ass too. It's just he was the sharp. He had that leadership ability. Okay. Everybody can't lead. All right. Some of these dudes weren't intelligent enough to lead. They wouldn't follow them to the bathroom.
But
you know,
one thing about it, even though y'all voted on being shotgun, how did y'all come up with that concept to be
Shotgun Crips? Because that's the name sounded good. And that was what we decided on. And I can't tell you the individual that did that because it wasn't no one individual. I heard a few people put that down on the table. We sit down like Big Bear and them, like they could have been the leaders too. They damn near made it, but they didn't make it. And who came on the name was a collective, was all of us, I would say. Us, Boot and them, and us, and joining all of us.
But it
and
wasn't
the Slaters.
You guys' favorite tool was a shotgun.
Yes, it was that too.
Oh, okay.
It was that too. My brother Buddha, that was his specialty.
All right.
That was his specialty. I still have one when he died. Okay. You know.
All right. So come on with it, Big Rock. What it is, man.
Oh man, I'm Big Rock. I'm 61 years old, man. I grew up, but before I moved to Gardena, I stayed on 99th and Budlong.
All right.
You know,
All
back in this was when it wasn't even no set or nothing over there. It was just East Side, West Side. You know, and
wasn't no 99 Mafia.
It wasn't no 99 Mafia. It wasn't none of that over there. And my oldest brother Duro, a lot of people don't know my oldest brother, but he died. You know, so he used to run with Tookie and them back in the day. Little James and all them, you know, they used to come and hang out at our house. And then my other brother, Jeffrey, he went to Bret Hart. So I kind of grew up, man, in that era, watching them, you know, as I used to see them at night come outside. They'd be out there with their leather coats on and their Levi's and shit. Right. Going up to Church's Chicken back in the day, man.
Over there on Century.
Yeah, or we going up to Sportsman Park to go swimming. That's where I hung out at Sportsman Park. Right. And they had to do sock hops in there back in the day. Like I say, so we moved to Gardena in 71. Like I say, it wasn't shotgun then. Right. Like I say, that didn't come until after, you know, a few years after we moved over there. And for me, it was more like our generation was like that generation of we started getting all these pistols and using all these guns, but I was pretty much more the type with my hands. I'm not fit to be out here trying to shoot nobody. Because I got these hands, man, and that's how I got my name from, knocking a lot of motherfuckers out. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Fists,
yeah, man. Like, you know,
fists like rocks,
hey, man, that's what it was. You know,
Yeah.
that's how I got that name. But like I say, but you know, I ended up going to the pen at a young age. I went to the pen when I was 18.
Right, yeah.
Back in the early 80s, you know what I'm saying? And man, I seen a whole lot of shit while I was in
You
there,
missed
man.
YA, went straight to
I
the
missed
pen.
YA. I went straight to the pen.
Wow.
I didn't go to YA. I went
Right.
straight to the penitentiary, man. And I did a few years, man, and I got out 86.
Mm-hmm.
Once I got out in 86, man, the neighborhood was like, it was up.
Mm.
You know, we fully get it, we fully gang banging and doing all that, man. And it was just, you know, like I stayed on the 139th side. Dooley, you know, like I say, they stayed on 134th, and then you got the people on 132nd.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm the one that came up with the 139th side, me and the homies when we was in camp.
Yeah, because Dooley did speak about it wasn't 139 to after the fact, and you were the originator.
I'm the one that started
139.
Yeah,
all right.
It was me and one of the homies in jail because they used to always throw up, holler 132nd, because we hung at the park all the time. So that was the park is on 132nd. So they 132nd, but we stay on the 9. So man, hold up, man, I got some niggas on the 9 too. So well, we the 9 now. So, but we all shotgun, but we just on the 9.
Right.
But, it was all good, man.
Sort of like Hoover with 74th Street, 8th Street.
Right.
You know
exactly.
what I mean? Yeah.
So right.
Sectors.
When you said the 9, you on what 139th in Van Ness?
139th Van Ness, yeah. Well, like I say, cause you know, back then they had the skating ring, the Rosecrans. The skating ring was over there. We used to walk to the skating ring. It was right there. And that was like our little hangout on Sundays, you know. Back then we was having a little feud with the 111.
Right.
Little feud happened between us and them, you know. And hey man, it just, you know how that goes. It just went on.
Hey, let me ask you this. When Shotgun came out at its inception, and why Shotgun is you know, doing their thing, who was y'all arch enemies?
We didn't have no enemies.
We didn't have none at the time.
First came out.
We didn't have none.
Keep in mind, it was only West Side and East Side Crips. Really wasn't no. We didn't really have no enemies. We really our hood. Odie and them was hanging over there. Big Skeet was over there. Your cousin Lewis Williams. We the first motherfuckers about Crips over there. Okay, Paybacks and slamming us. We the first Crips in Gardena. Period. Okay, it wouldn't be no Paybacks if Pookie wouldn't have got Payback Slim off his goddamn stoop. And they joined because of Slim. If it wasn't for Slim, it wouldn't be nothing. Okay, that's the group that grew up with us. Riff Rash and Slim and them when we all went to junior high to Gardena High. We created Shotgun and Payback. Okay, before that, well, no set tripping, man. We was cool with the blocks. We was cool with the 111s. They used to come to my house all the time.
Let me ask you this. Down the line is
Bloods is who we was set tripping with.
We was tripping with the 135.
The
135.
That's who we did later on.
They Carsons.
Okay.
Because it was the high school
Centerviews and all that.
So we was set tripping with them.
We did have a war with them. We started that war too with them. Okay, but you know, that was brief shit. That was Gardena shit. That was right there. Reason why we had beef with the 60s that we didn't have at first. See, prior to that, we was running with the 60s. Babyface and them was running with me. It was coming down in my hood, fucking with me. Okay, Stagger Lee and them. They was running with me. Them the niggas could testify. I started Shotgun Crips. Okay, they came down there. They was hanging with us. Reason why we really start having the beef with the 60s is because when Playboy and them had the beef they had, the guy that they killed, he just said he was from neighborhood. He didn't say he was from 60s. That probably would have never happened. Okay. We thought he was from 111 because at the time, the 111s, Pookie had turned some of the 111s out to being Paybacks. So they was coming over there, jumping out of the car, actually trying to make us turn Payback. So we ran them, their ass up out of there. Okay, me and Buddha them, our generation, Jeffrey Slater and them, James Slater and them. Them was the niggas started cripping with me. Okay, they was at my first meeting. Okay, Jeffrey Slater's my generation. He's original baby Crip like me. James Slater is original big Crip like Buddha. But we all started it together. Okay, I don't know about the 80s and 90s. I don't know about that. To me, the 80s, that's when the set tripping came in about. After Odie got killed and all that shit.
But let me ask you this. What year did the confrontation, altercation came in with the 60s and the shotgun?
Well, then you could call Babyface Carlos right now. It was coming to my house. I stayed across the street from the park. That's where my house was, Shotgun Central. Everybody. I was in Melvin Hardy's backyard when. Have you ever heard of the Crip car run? They call him Mr. X. Okay, I was in Melvin Hardy's backyard when they turned him over from Compton. Okay, because I was with Skeet and Odie. I just happened to walk in the backyard right there. You know, I was fucking with Moo Moo. Now let's get back to the Hoover's connection. I should come back from Henry Clay with Moo Moo now. With Moo Moo, Sam Branson. But really, y'all, the Bang Boys are the first Hoovers lived in our hood. It's like Holloway them is over there. Right. The Bangs boys, Mark and them, Craig, their cousin Sammy Reed.
That introduction came in at the junior high.
Exactly.
That's when y'all got.
Philip was pretty hanging with us right before we turned back up. Before then, because their grandmama lived in our neighborhood.
Exactly.
So we was running with Philip. Philip and Mark and them was running with us. Philip, the first one that took me over on 78th. Philip met Tony Stacy because his cousin them live over there. So you know, I've been fucking with these dudes since that is the shotgun relation. It came from right there. Not just me, it was Stanley Westland too. We all started that.
Bangs
We was
brothers, Moo and all them.
They're the first one.
How'd you meet Moo? How'd that
Moo? I met Moo Moo because we was running around with baby Crips at Henry Clay. All the baby Crips hung together. Me, Spark, Boogie,
You talking about Spark from Raymond?
Spark from Raymond. I used to sit down with Spark from Raymond, man. Watch them iron his motherfucking khakis. In 1972, we waiting on him. Me and Boogie and them. Spark, will you hurry up? They mom and them lived on 120. Okay? It's before we started tripping. We used to go to motherfucking Helen Park and have fun, because keep in mind, we was kids.
Right.
So when they started the neighborhood, only thing I knew to do, because I was in control, I made the homies walk like they did in camp, the way we was doing in Camp Mines. Yeah, they was walking in twos. I did that only because I was a board leader. When I got to Camp Mines, Tony Stacy was running around with a motherfucking clipboard. Still the same leader that he is today. Running around with a clipboard, calling shots. You know, talking to us on the executive level, but then when you go outside, you see him represent 7-4. You over there whoop somebody's ass. I said, what kind of shit is this? And he's been that way ever since I know him.
Yeah.
Okay. That's some real shit. We founded that shit, man. With TS and them, with me and Tymo Haynes used to walk the motherfucking track. Okay. Hershey was in there. Zach's brother, Big Zach.
From Harlem.
Okay, now Big Zach and shit, he fuck around with his brother Jeffrey. That's his boy. Okay. Jeffrey stayed and joined us. You know, we did that from Gardena High. But the Hoover thing came from back then, man. We was running around in the 70s. Moo Moo used to run around with Big Bam. Bam out 74. Run around with him in the 74 glass house. All right. Moo Moo run around, man. That's my buddy so much. Okay. That is my righteous homeboy. Okay.
All right.
Them niggas from that era.
What about you,
Ed Quarles too.
Ed Quarles.
I met Bam in TMV. He's another first Hoover out there. Leon Washington. He's in TMV. In 72, he was in TMV. The baby is part of the what's called. I met him. I met the homie, the 20s one now from Long Beach. I met a nigga from Ace Deuce. His name is Ronnie Crip. He's now OG 20. I met them dudes in 1970s. I didn't even know Crips out there. Gay. Shit from they wind up being payback. Yeah. That's big homies for me. Yeah.
What about you, Rob?
Well, I met my I could say my introduction with the Hoover was pretty much when I was locked up, because I went to pen at a young age.
Right.
So I met a lot of them in prison. And when I got out of prison, we kind of like still hooked up with each other. We still dealing. When I come to their hood, they come to my hood. So that's how that was.
Right.
You know? That's how we kind of like start hanging out like that real tough.
But not before prison.
No.
My shit come from camp. Sule. The first time I saw a motherfucker Crip walk real special was with Sule.
Yeah.
He stopped me from Crip walking, man. We used to go out in Nellis. We go out on the field. Me, him, Jughead, all us. We go out on the field, man. Okay? And we be playing what's called, but we all meet up at the field, because that's why the Crips hung out. Big wood riding there. Okay? These kids, man. We're 13. First time I see a motherfucker do some fancy Crip walking outside of that 2 steps that we was doing, that we started like that's 5 shit. What's Sule? He turned the shot out, man. I had to sit down, man. He put a cold ass move down. I said, whoa, wait a minute. Crip walking went to another level. That came from Sule. Okay. Crazy Ed was in that motherfucker. Him, that's why I wanted to join the comp. Him and Ed is buddies. They was at different place knocking motherfuckers out.
Yeah.
We know in the era, certain dudes, everybody wasn't locked out on.
That's right.
Certain cats was. Okay. joint them was. This dude was. His brother them was. Everybody wasn't one punching motherfuckers, okay?
Right.
Some was, and we knew who they were. Okay, you know, my homie Big Bear and them, Poncho and them. For all I want to give a shout out. It is shotguns before me. Okay, that are older than me. They're not before me. There's no shotgun before me. I was there when they laid the clock. And because my brother Buddha is the first leader, I reserved that right too. And my sister's the leader of the girls. I got 3 positions of shotgun. You know, so I really don't need nobody to tell me about the gun. You know, we was cripping before that started. You know, we come over there, West Side Crip. We first started lifting weights from Mike Christensen. That's a nigga that's from the 30s too. Pretty Mike Christensen. He the first Crip we ever started lifting weights. They had dudes over there over Sooney's house, which is Kenny Robinson. That was my next door neighbor. Okay, so James Miller's been over there. Fucking all the 30s used to be right there. Dolomite, which is who Mike Christensen is. He's the only original Crip that made it to being a professional bodybuilder. Okay, that's Mike. That's Pretty Mike Christensen. There's some niggas over there, they called them Pretty Boy Crips. It was Pop Squally in there. We fashioned ourselves after them dudes. Say, damn, man, I'm watching them niggas. I watched Kim and Lewis Williams was best buddies. My conception, you should have seen them, man. Them niggas was running around there the game called the Slaps.
You talking about my
Smacks,
cousin,
okay?
Yeah, your cousin.
They had a game called the Smacks, man. Look just like TS, look just like it. They was running around that motherfucker terrorizing niggas, man.
Huh?
You're speaking to Mike.
Yeah,
Mike,
yeah.
right.
Lewis Williams.
My blood cousin.
Oh, Lewis.
Yeah.
Lewis Williams,
And it's Lewis.
Lil
Yeah.
Rick.
Okay.
Going there too.
Yeah.
They walked Crippin' there too. Right? They was running around terrorizing though. But let me tell you this, and then let the homie take it again. We run around there, Sportsman's Park. My conception and Barefoot Pookie there. O'Neal them. They run around that motherfucker around the outskirts, patrolling it, waiting on somebody to do something. I remember one day, me and my homie Johnny Half, we walked through there, man. We see Mike and Pookie, they doing their regular thing. That's before Mike got paralyzed. They ran up on us. They slapped my homie. Slapped the shit out of him. I'm sitting there saying, whoa, hope this nigga gonna slap me. But they didn't slap me, right? They asked me about Buddha. I said, whoa, I had to scratch my head, right? That's what they was doing. Was actually, now, from my era, some of them couldn't sit at the table that I sit at. They was G's, they was older, but they couldn't run with Odie Gilchrist and them. Hell no. They whooped their motherfucking ass.
Whooped on. Yeah.
Only thing Tookie and them was doing when you see them, they was choking niggas out. Okay? They choking niggas out, man. Just like y'all big homies and shit. Who was on them? When he was around them in the 70s, we knew who was in charge. Because you know why? If you want the leader of the Crips, then go ahead and try it.
Yeah.
Tookie and them want to do nothing but choking niggas out. When they got tired of doing that, they choke each other out. It was all the OG slop was always up. All right, and some blood dudes too. Okay, I tell you my blood story. Me and the Blood China Dog, which is a good friend of mine, and so is Peabody.
That's Joe's buddy right now to this day.
Good friend of mine, right? When I was in Fair City Nellis, the reason why I got some respect for Dog now, it's 80% Crips. It's only 20% of them. China Dog and Peabody, they fight motherfuckers every time they come out the motherfucking riot. They fight. They fight so much they quit putting them in the hole. All right, China Dog, my friend, right? Me and him and Woodrat, we in their unit, all right? Me and Woodrat doing the same thing. We bullying motherfuckers every day. When we get tired of bullying motherfuckers, guess what? We start bullying each other. All right? I had 40 contests with Woodrat. I never won but one. The one time I won, he looked at me like he's gonna kill me. So I ran from him all day. But back to Dog. One day we sitting up, right? We used to horseplay too. So one day I tell Woodrat, I said, I got Dog slipping. He's slipping. I'm gonna go tear his ass up, right? What we do, we choke each other out. We make each other tap out. When I approached Dog in the motherfucking bathroom, I run up on him, he turned around, hit me in my neck, knocked me on the ground. I never will forget. I was gasping for air. He turned around, he said, what's up, Dooley? Do you need some air? And he ran out laughing. One thing I learned that day was that I couldn't actually beat a nigga because I was bigger than him. And I never played with China Dog again. I never horse-played with him again. I said, whoa, that was an exhilarating feeling. When I got to Folsom, the first person gave me a care package was Peabody. He sent me a motherfucking care package. I'm like, damn, Peabody. Still my friend. When I was in YA, I'm a kid, man. I used to cry sometimes, be lonely. Nigga, Peabody come over to here, Dooley, man, to give me a tape or something, man. I'll never forget them dudes, man. Okay, same thing with the motherfucking Ramets. I come up with skulls in there, man. It was my homies, man. Young dudes don't know today is when they get through set tripping and kill each other out here, they set tripping career's gonna be over. Once they get to a level 4, that's over. I'm surprised nobody told them that. When you get behind the wall, it's over. You can do all your set tripping, you can kill as many as you want. But when you get in a level 4, you're gonna hope that a nigga's your set. you're gonna be so happy to see another nigga, you don't care where he from.
Right.
Because the odds is different, because now we talking about 10 to 1.
Yes, sir.
So I don't know why nobody told them the homies that. And when they get in the county jail after they did you shooting guns and shit, because can't nobody fight, that's why they get their ass whooped. See, we grew up in a time, I grew up with 5 brothers. That's what was passed down. I had to come out and get out, okay?
Yeah.
When I lived on 116th and Avalon during the Watch Riot, 7 years old, man. When I say I know Crips before, the Crip, I'm talking about the 60s. I'm talking about James Miller, them. I know them in 68 because I had big sisters. It was chasing them behind them, Cutes and them, Brother Mouse and them, chasing behind my big sisters. That's how I knew them. Okay, I got introduced to the 60s from my homie Johnny Half. He lived in the slums. He got pretty big sisters. Okay, Cute's big brother Mouse, that was his old lady. Kenny Robson went with his other sister. So I'm constantly, I'm saying Earthquake, I'm saying OG Crips all day long. Okay, that's when it's just the West Side. My daddy owned the house on 60th and 7th Avenue for years. Okay, my childhood friend is Byron Manuel. It's Boo Manuel, his brother Perry. I was fuck with them. I used to run the street with Humphrey Moncrief before he went to jail. And Babyface, his girl lived right next door to me. I stayed on Bryanhurst too. I was running with Stagger Lee. It break my heart to see Stag go back to jail and die like that.
Right.
Them as my friends. I was going in the 60s where they called themselves rolling. When the Crip house was on 4th Ave. Okay, that was that big Rick house before he went to jail. I was running with Babyface then. There wasn't no beef in our neighborhood. That only happened after the situation with Playboy.
Right. Hey, excuse me.
And that was on mistake.
Dooley, you remember during the time when Babyface was straight up active back in the early 70s? Because I meant to mention this in my interview, but this young generation don't know nothing about what I'm finna say. That's one thing about Babyface. He was so dedicated and devoted to this Cripism.
Dooley.
You remember every Sunday he go to every Crip hood he can go to fill up that brown van every Sunday and fill the van up to go fight. He take everybody to on Manchester and Crenshaw to the what's the name of that damn the Inglewood family walk-in theater.
Like the real.
Babyface came
Babyface,
through
my homie.
every
Look,
Sunday.
when we was beefing with the Paybacks, Babyface them was beefing with them too.
Yeah.
Because the Paybacks was running around, Pookie them was running around making motherfuckers turn payback.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all the way from here to Long Beach.
Oh yeah.
Now some people joined them and some didn't.
Yeah, I remember that.
Babyface and us, we had to fight them off. We fought them off together, man. So, like I say, it kills me when I go to some of these neighborhoods and wow, I got to worry about them. Am I gonna go killed over here? That's sad. The OG shouldn't have to do that. You know, and what it is today, all I want to say is for the motherfuckers today, man, you got to, it's a cutoff in that shit.
Right.
It's a cutoff, man. You cannot live your like that. My brother Buddha, he only really, though he was the leader, he only did that a few years, man. He went to jail one time and he jumped out that shit.
That was it.
My brother was basically, before he died, he was a coach, a champion. And I must say this about the hood. They love my brother. They buried him. He's in a wall at the goddamn cemetery. So my love is always for them. Okay? I don't know some of my little homies because I don't got time for that shit. I live in Riverside, man. I'm out here. I finally, like I say, I own a house and I live in one room because all the time me and TS did. Okay, I came out to prison and got a fucking home loan. I'm gonna tell the niggas that they look like me like I'm crazy. I'm like, okay, nigga. Okay, but I'm in my own cell now.
Right.
Okay, so you could make change. It's up to you. You know, you don't have to follow what you call them. In the penitentiary, it's 20% motherfuckers running the pen, it's 80% followers.
Yeah.
Okay, that's still the same way it go. Didn't nobody tell them that it's niggas in the pen, it's monsters in the pen. There's monsters, or then there's monsters.
There's levels of monsters.
There's levels of monsters. I fucking with some niggas that's looking at niggas to make sure if they sucking their thumb or not. Okay, they want to care about banging the way you from. They niggas, he sucking his thumb, Dooley? No, homie, he ain't sucking his thumb. Because they want to turn you into something else. It's predators in the pen. That's what they don't know. It's real predators. It's real monsters, man. And that's the 20%. That's why I've always been against death row. Because I said, hey, let them all go in the yard. We'll see who's who. You might be some out here with your guns and shit and with your 20 dudes. What are you when you walk in the yard by yourself? Who's going to protect you then? Shit. All the cats I know that was running all the cliques and shit, I grew up with them. So by the time me, when I got to Folsom and shit, all my homies was there. It was just like coming home. I've been pimped out to the system ever since we was kids. We fell slave to that.
Yeah.
We was a pimp to that.
Yeah.
Okay, so, you know, we finally woke up and got out of that. So when I see cats now coming out here after 30, 40 years, I know they need help coming out. Okay, they need to come through a cycle system to learn what's going on today. Now, Crip done went social media. They Cripping high tech now. It's a whole different game. Okay, so you know, it is what it is.
What you got for him, Tim?
And shout out to my homegirls though before I go. Because before I go, shout out to all my homegirls from Shotgun. I forget to say about them. The West Side Crip Let's Jack not this Jackie Ty and them, but Lisa Brock and them and Gail Dandy and them that was around in the 70s. All right. I know them, Zella and them. I know them. They walked around, they carried themselves, man. They caught our attention. And guess what? They wasn't naked. They did that in motherfucking moccasin, boots, and Levi. Okay? Wasn't nobody naked. Okay? And they still had our attention.
Yeah.
So shout out to them.
Yeah,
they
them
not
the homegirls
they
we
not
love,
giving enough,
man.
yeah,
Love,
they're not
respect,
giving enough
real
respect.
shit.
All right, smoking
Bad.
them for 107 to them. Nobody's giving them the respect that they deserve. They mamas, and they carried themselves with dignity. Okay, they wouldn't run around here getting naked.
Queens,
okay,
right?
Yeah,
It
real
was our
quick.
home
So
queen.
shout out to them. Shout out to all my homegirls.
Bad.
Shout out to Stacey T over there too. I've been doing this, been down since she been a baby.
Her, Lady Red,
Been
Lisa,
down
all of them.
They
Leslie,
down, man. That crew right there, Red and them was
real ones.
them was the ones. I'm married to OG. Before I go, before she cuts me out, shout out to my OG wife.
Yeah.
My wife Tracy has been down with me since I was 9 years old.
Man.
Okay, she from the hood too. We celebrate.
I can relate.
Marriage in 2 weeks. Okay, I'm celebrating 40 years of marriage with her in 2 weeks.
40 years of marriage.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead,
tell
man.
me God ain't good. Okay.
Man, go ahead.
God is very good. Okay. It's been good to me.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't go to no church or nothing. I get up and I go in the room and I pray to myself. I talk to God just like I'm talking to you. That's been helping me.
Trey folks, 7-Eleven, the Deuce and the Nine. You have been, you will be under the bridge.
But we ain't gang banging. This is about education. We trying to educate our youth right now.
Nigga, hey. Said day is the best day. Skip walking across the floor in the best way. From Trey to the one way. It's a stump day. LA to the NY. Let this funk
you know, back in them days, it was love, loyalty, respect, and honesty,
that's my
man.
nigga Gumby right
Nowadays,
there from
you
the
know,
deuce, bitch. That's my
ex-busters,
nigga
hooks, and
Rico,
snitches
turfing
put
up
on
the deuce, bitch.
pedestals
That's
and
my nigga
ventilators.
Mo, say lows on that Hoover shit. HIP, Tony Moon, one of the hardest poets I ever heard connected with this star shit. Hey, baby Jap and Jap 5, quick to set it off on the mic in the shack live.
When the shit get real and feel to the wheel, and then you will see sitting up in that motherfucker, looking at that light center, that death center.
Then they run into the witness stand, telling on their own homeboys.
Hoover stomp, all night like this. Hoover stomp
I know somebody know how to start them big ass motherfuckers looking for me.
I'm a New York nigga in the Pacific Sun. I say West Side Hoover if you ask where I'm from. Province California runs, still infusing my lungs. All about my bread, I ain't leaving.
Understand the end game. What's your end game? What's your purpose?
Keep one in the head or I don't need a gun. I'm with Hawk on Hoover Street with a low rider's jump. Hopping down Figueroa with a whole stolen cunt.
You have
Grooving
been.
like this, come second to none. Grooving like
will
Scone
be
Young, grooving like Booker
under the
Bone.
bridge.
I'm bad to the bone.